How's it going, guys? If you guys want to get real deals off market, the first and actually one of the most important steps you'll be taking is building your list. It all starts with getting a good list. It starts with the data. If you have a solid, super pointed in list, that's going to generate you so many more actual leads versus something that you just kind of, you know, um, throw on the wall and see if it works. So, today, we're going to go through the list building process. If you guys don't know me, my name's Gabe. I own a commercial real estate investing firm, as well as I'm the host of the podcast, The Real Estate Investing Club. I have 10 commercial properties in mobile home parks, RV parks, self-storage facilities. I've done over 500 interviews on the podcast with professional real estate investors. That's me. Let's get into building these lists. All right, so um, building the list. Where did I put that? There we go. Look at that. Look at that little 19 area. It's like what is it? Mellow yellow font. Anyways, talking about list building, it is the first step in generating off-market leads, finding good deals. And it's a simple step, but it is very important. So what is it? Really, you're just going out there and you're choosing your asset class if you're looking for mobile home parks, RV parks, self-storage facilities, and then you're getting a list of all of the properties that you're going to be marketing to. This could be, direct mail, it could be cold calling, it could be email, whatever you're doing, you're building the list in order to skip trace it and then get that contact information of the owners. What tools do we use? There's a lot of ways to build lists. Really, there's tons of aggregators out there. The one I'm going to jump into today is called Property Radar. Um, do not, I'm not saying it's the best one. It's just the one that I like to use. So if you guys have heard of one that you would rather use, go ahead and use that. The important thing is that you're just using a tool to go build a list. There's also non tool based ways to build lists. I've hired VAs to go into Google Maps and zoom in and find specific types of properties that I want, and then I skip trace those. I've built an AI tool that scans Google Maps. There's tons of ways to get lists, but the easiest way is definitely to use one of the data amalgamators, and we're going to use Property Radar today. So what makes a good list? It is the criteria that you spit into it and how focused and refined you can get the list. Good criteria is metro focused. And so you're going to be wanting to focus on those metros that have the right KPI, positive net migration, positive job growth, good economic factors, low property crime if you can swing it. And then outside of that, you're actually going to be building the criteria in the list. So I usually look for high equity, long ownership, no LLC, that kind of thing. So let's take that and let's just hop right in. We are live building a list today because I actually did need to build a list. We're going to start a new land campaign. Land is actually one of the things that we buy, the active income that we generate. Our primary asset that we like to buy and manage is mobile home parks, RV parks, self-storage facilities. But land is it's a great thing to buy in real estate if you can find good deals because you can get into them a little lower. So we're going to build a list for the land campaign that we're going to be starting here soon. So for land, there is a lot of opportunity out there, and we're actually focused today. We're going to be going around San Antonio because that's where we've been looking recently. Dallas is also a really good one, so it's kind of hard to choose. But I'm gonna shoot. Where do we want to do? This is a good question. What did we decide? I can't remember. We just had a meeting on this. I think, was it San Antonio or Tyler? I really should look at the meeting notes. We're going to go down along I-20 here. So this will be where we're looking for the land. So whenever I look for land specifically, I don't look in the major metros. I always look between big cities. So, in Dallas-Fort Worth or in like Dallas-Fort Worth, there are vacant parcels of land. But generally, the price is going to be insane. And they would have, 100,000 people would have reached out to them already. So I like to look in the areas that don't, that have a little bit less competition. So we're going to look in this area here. And the first thing you do is you choose exactly where you want to grab the grab your list from. And so I'm going to use the shape. I just went down here and I used the shape, and then I'm just drawing where I want to get these leads from. So we're just going to do kind of an easy shape here. We want to go right around 20, and then I know Tyler is a good place to buy land as well. So that's our. Did that close? That should have closed. There we go. All right. So you can see 392,000 properties. Obviously, that's too many. So we're going to be refining that list. I'm going to go over here to property type, and today we're looking at land. So I'm going to open up land. We're going to go ahead and add in mobile home lot. We really just want vacant land, no development potential. Where is it? Residential lot, residential acreage, recreational acreage, vacant mobile home. Multifamily's fine. We're not going to find any of that. Industrial's good. Commercial acreage. Let's see what that does. We're going to add that criteria and see what it gets us. We really want to do 33,000. We really want to get down to probably about 2,000. So I'm going to see how much more criteria we got. And so if you look up here at the top, this is additional. They kind of help you out by showing you how you can pare it down just by looking at the pre-built criteria up here. So free and clear, that means it's 100% equity. We definitely want that. We're going to do that. There's 1,300 tax delinquent. That's kind of interesting. But for land, we are also focused on size. And so we're going to go back to property. Oops. And we're going to go to lot acres. We want a minimum of 1 acre and a maximum. I think we're going to do a maximum of 50. I don't want to underwrite a 200 acre parcel. So we're going to do a maximum. Should we? I guess we'll do a max of 200. I say that. All right. Minimum lot size of 1, maximum. No, we're going to go back to 50. Of 50. We're going to add that criteria, see what it does for us. We're at 28,000 leads. Good job. All right. It went down to 5,500. That's exactly what we want to see. And so now we need to drop that a little bit more because it's still a little bit too much. We'll do non-owner occupied. And let's see if we can drop this list. How else? We're going to go back to criteria and we're going to go see if I can find no. I want to try to find non-LLC owned, so individual owned, owner details. I always forget how to do this because I only do it once a month. Owner demographics. Business owner. Whether or not they own a business owner, we don't really care about that. Owner demographics. That's okay. Okay, so we got 5,300. Do we want to reduce this anymore? Let's see. Can we go email? Has owner details, owner email. Let's add that. Let's see if we can get the email addresses. Email addresses generally, yes, okay. When you get the email address, that generally means that you have it's just a higher quality of lead. It's something I've noticed. I don't know if there's any truth behind that, but it is something I've noticed. So I'm running with it, and it got us down to where we want. We wanted to be below 2,000, so that's our list. I'm going to go ahead and click make list here, and again to refresh on this, we're doing land data here, so it's going to be different than what you will generally look for if you're looking for commercial properties or single family or anything like that. But for land, we chose the location, we outlined it with our marker or with our pen, And then we chose the property type. So we're looking for any land that's vacant land or zoned land that is single family, multifamily, industrial, anything like that. And then we want 100% equity. We want these people to not have any debt on the property. We chose between 1 and 50 acres. And we wanted it non-owner occupied, and then we wanted it to have an email because that's generally a higher quality data that they have for that land. So that kind of led us to where we are here with 1,500 leads. Now we go make list. Oops. I forget export to file. Can we do this? Yes, we can. Okay. Set to do. Okay, all data. Okay, so here, when you're on Property Radar, you have to choose the fields. And this is kind of my specific criteria that I like. You can see here if you guys want this data, these are the fields that I choose. I can put that in the show notes. Just reach out to me, email me or something, or if you're in school, or if you're on the school community, just DM me and I'll get these for you. But these are the fields that I include. All right, and then we're gonna go see how much we got. 10,000. Perfect. We do not actually want the phones. Emails 1,300. Still $100. That's 8 cents per export. I think we're actually gonna do the email for now. For 1,500. Phone upend has mobile. Does that redrop it? Yeah, it does redrop it. Okay. That's $180 for 1,500. Okay, that's good. So yeah, what are we doing here? We're at 1566 divided by 180. So we're paying 180 divided by 1566. We're paying about 11 cents per lead, which is decent. All right, so that's how we do it. I'm gonna go ahead and break my credit card out here. So I'm gonna pause the video and then I'll get back at it in 1 second. If I can figure out how to do that. There we go. All right, so we just downloaded the data. I just had it here. Where'd it go? Here we go. Downloaded that data. I forgot. So the campaign that we're doing today is for email marketing. Land is surprisingly, we found a little bit of success using email marketing, and it's relatively cheap. So we're doing that again. So the list that we pulled here, I forgot to remove duplicates. So you can see here that we have a lot of duplicates. But for the email, we're just doing this for email. We're not going to be doing cold calling. We might do cold calling with these, but we're going to be doing emails, the main focus here. So if you want to do email only, if you want to skip trace the email, the next step is actually to skip trace it. You saw here, Property Radar, they charge 8 cents. And DataZap, they only charge 3 cents per record. And so we're going to use these guys. The first step, though, is to clean your data. So we are going to do this. If you guys are doing land, a lot of times the address, it doesn't have an address, because it's raw vacant land, so there's no address there. And so when you're skip tracing, you usually just want to use the owner address. And so we're gonna use that as the what is this, secondary email. We're gonna go here, insert a column, full. We need to remove duplicates, and so to do that, I usually combine two columns to make sure that it is a duplicate record. We're gonna go concatenate. We're gonna concatenate the owner with the mailing address. This is not data that we're gonna be using, but in our skip trace, but it is allowing us to filter. To go to data, remove duplicates, and then I just said full. You got to find full wherever it is, right there. All right, so 166 duplicate values, 1,366 uniques remain. We can go ahead and delete that column that we just made. Now we're going to save it. And so this is what we'll be uploading to email. Oh, to the skip tracer. We got this all done. Now we're gonna get out of there, go over to the data, and we're gonna upload it here. Check your file. It has duplicate header. What? No, it doesn't. Sometimes these things are finicky. That is definitely not a duplicate header. It is one single header. What is the issue? Let's see. Sometimes if you copy it, paste it, and then rename it, we're gonna give that a shot, see if that works. And we'll just say land Texas. We're gonna upload that here. Please check your file has duplicate header. Sometimes you run into these weird issues. Let's see. We got to figure this out. There's always some kind of technical thing that pops up. I'm gonna pause the video so you guys don't have to hit your head on the wall with me here. So 1 second. All right, figured it out. It was the system. You just had to. You couldn't drag and drop. You had to actually click that. So it's just the joys of technology. All right, so we're doing email append. We're not doing phone. This is a new system. I have not used DataZap before. I just know that they're cheap for email. There is no suppression because we're no suppression. We're mapping address, first name, full name. So this is where it's different. We're going to go take this off, and we're actually going to be mapping the mailing address, city, state, because we'll have a better return from the mailing address than from the primary address that we're actually looking to buy, the land address. The reason is, again, a lot of times land doesn't have an address, and so we need to remove that and just go off the owner's mailing address. Okay, primary first, primary last, owner, mail, city. What is this? Oh, that's full name. Is that the full name? I think so. Primary name, owner. Let's double check the data real quick. So you always want to make sure that the data that you're mapping is accurate, obviously. Because sometimes the headers that they put in here is not what you're actually looking for. So we're going to go over here. What is owner? And primary name. Okay, so this one's an LLC, but the primary name is Scott Gibbons. So this is a full name. Okay, so primary name is the full name. Don't save. We're going to go NA, and the primary name will be full name. Okay, we're going to go ahead and click submit. Make sure we got everything. Is there anything else? Alternate. Actually, we're going to do this. Alternate address, alternate city, alternate state, alternate zip. So the backup is actually going to be the main land that we're trying to skip trace. So we're going to go submit, email. Okay. All right, now we wait. So as that works, I'll pause the video and get back to it once we actually have this this file completed. All right, so we just got all of the data from where did it go? Here we go. From DataZen. We just finished all this. So we got all that data, and now the next step, at least for email campaigns, is to scrub the data with email list verify. Originally, this video was supposed to be about about getting the data and not email campaigns. And so I'm actually just going to cut it off there, and I'll make a new video on email campaigns later. Again, if you guys have any questions about making your lists, what kind of criteria to look at, anything like that, reach out to me, and I'll help you out. If you're in the school, you can just DM me, or otherwise you can email me at gabe@therealestateinvestingclub.com. All right, guys, keep rocking it, and see you on the next lesson.